3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading at number 1119. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So, before I started recording this, I've just been having a really hard time with clearing my throat, and it has been really, really agitating me. And I feel that could be part of the reading here. And I feel that this is about your throat chakra. Maybe there is something here about it that is agitating you or is difficult or frustrating, using your voice, expressing yourself. And I wonder why that is. Maybe you want to reflect a little more on how you're feeling and how you can move forward in a way that makes things easier for you. Number 111 could be significant for you because I tried to record this once already. And I talked about the number 111 because I saw it on the timer right before I started talking when I was silent. When I get silent, when that little pop-up comes up. And I was talking about, what the number 1 usually means. If you don't know, it's about trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, respecting your own instincts, what feels right to you, and having faith in yourself, your strength, what you're capable of, and even whatever higher power you believe in, and what is possible for you. In the number 1119, it does start with 111. So it feels like a particularly strong message, stronger than it has been lately, to really pay attention to what your intuition, your instincts are trying to tell you, and to have faith in yourself and in the universe so you can honor this intuition or these instincts. Are you doubting yourself in some way or what's possible for you? Are you doubting that the universe will show up for you, will play its part in this little thing called co-creation? All you have to do is show up and stay consistent, and I feel like you will get what you deserve out of life. And I mean that in a good way. The number 9 in 1019, it's about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So given what we already said about the messages of trusting yourself and believing in yourself and whatever higher power you believe in, combined with this message about purpose, feels like you're onto something here. There is deep meaning behind the feelings you're having, what your intuition is telling you, what your instincts are telling you. I am feeling connected to your ancestors right now, because your instincts. It feels like past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not, want you to remember who you are as a human being. Maybe somebody or something is trying to distract you from what you feel to be true. This could even be in the media, or maybe there's somebody in your life trying to manipulate you. So I really encourage you to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and pay attention to whatever sense of purpose, calling you're feeling right now. And know that, I wouldn't doubt that a lot of other people are also feeling the same calling in one way or another. Maybe you feel called to be a soldier of sorts, a light worker, a force of light rather than a force of darkness. I think that's a choice that we're all faced with eventually. At some point in our lives, we're going to choose to be a force of light, love and truth, or darkness, hate and deception. And it's always very important to be wise about this choice, because if we choose to live in hate and lies, we can't expect stability. Maybe that makes the presence of ancestors here all the more important. The idea of stability. I believe that our ancestors collectively want us to live in light, love, and truth, because that's what keeps us safe and secure and stable. Because, I want to say, whenever a foundation is built on a lie, the narrative can always be changed, so there's no real stability. The foundation is mutable. But whenever it's truth, whenever that foundation is built on truth, you can't change what is. That is real stability. When you can't change the narrative. Very interesting here. The other message about helping the world release what no longer works. Yeah. This could definitely be bigger than you. Needing to walk away from someone or something that makes you doubt yourself, question your faith, and get distracted from your purpose. Which I feel is to be a force of light, love, and truth. I think it's easy to excuse ourselves from holding ourselves accountable to this type of living when we think, oh, well, I'm just one person. I can't do anything on my own. Well, good news is you're not doing anything on your own. There's a whole bunch of other people making the same exact decision as you. In fact, everybody makes this decision. There are a lot of people who choose light. There's a lot of people who choose dark. But I believe there's a lot more light in this world than there is darkness. It shines brighter anyway. But the darkness can be suffocating too. Maybe you're seeing bigger things at play. You have to trust and believe in your ability to navigate your own personal circumstances so you contribute to this bigger picture in a way that works for you, for the collective, rather than against yourself and the rest of us. It doesn't matter how many people are doing what you're doing or not doing what you're doing. You're still powerful. And there are other people out there who are using their power in the same way that you do. So, be wise with it. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 9 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, and I just looked down at the timer and I saw 13 seconds, because it's counting down right now, and we have to start recording a new clip. The number 13 is a sign about good luck and fortune. And whenever I was thinking about this number 13, while waiting for the video to cut off so I can start recording again, I really just felt like I wanted to say the word trust. Trust in the good things, the luck, the fortune, and the possibility that the fight you're fighting, the good one, the light, it's going to pay off. I find that interesting too, because it's really hard to believe in light, love, and truth, but it's so easy to believe in darkness, hate, and lies. Isn't that crazy? It takes more strength to be a force of light than a force of darkness, in my opinion. So just know that if it really is a struggle for you, you're just experiencing the truth of what it means to spread more light in the world. It's hard. It's very hard. But you don't have to do some big grandiose thing to align with what the universe and our spirit guides, our ancestors want for us. All you have to do is just hold yourself accountable, to play your part, to be mindful of how you show up, how you invest yourself. And remember that whatever you invest in will grow. So really be mindful of your choices. Even, in the way that you choose to think and feel and believe. It just feels like a really big message here is about how much you matter. And I hope that you see that. I really do. Especially if you are frustrated about other people not using their power wisely. Don't become what you hate because you don't have control in a way that you want. The number 3, expressing yourself, using your voice in some way. It's also about healing and growing and making a commitment to that healing and that growth. So that way you can commit to anyone or anything else that means a lot to you. I'm talking a lot about you being a force. You're a source of energy. If you don't take care of yourself, it's going to be very hard to take care of others. Whether there's like immediate people in your life that you got to take care of, or just, each other globally. Showing up for ourselves so we can show up for each other. If you do feel called to express yourself or use your voice in some way, this is your sign, your confirmation for that. If you're healing and you're growing, this is your sign that you are on the right path. And if you're not, perhaps this could be guidance for you to get curious about that sort of thing. Healing and growing so you can use your voice and make a positive difference both in your own life and in the lives of others. I was just now about to go silent again to, transition into the next part of this video, and I saw the number 333 on the timer. So, very interesting. Extra strong confirmation for those of you who feel called, who feel a sense of purpose with expressing themselves and using their voice and healing and, investing in all of these spiritual, even practical things. That's just, like I said, that's really cool to me, the extra confirmation, because nothing there felt particularly strong, but now it's been made obvious to me that something here is hitting for somebody, and I feel like I want you to trust that feeling, that hit. I did just see the number 432 on the timer, which is a sign about trusting that everything happens for a reason, which I think goes perfectly well with the messages about purpose and what your instincts are telling you. I really do feel like there's somebody here who feels that whatever they're going through is much bigger than themselves. And I think you should keep paying attention to that and never forget that. Never let that feeling, that awareness go. But you can see that there are 2 decks of cards on the table. We have tarot cards here from the Prisma Visions Tarot. I kept wanting to say like the Magical Dogs Tarot or the Secrets of Tarot, and usually when I do that, I feel called to change the deck, but I'm not going to do that because these are just the major arcana cards mixed with the pages, and I don't want to go through all of those cards while I'm in the middle of a reading, and I don't want to pause the video, so I'm going to trust that I'm not meant to switch them out for this reading. And maybe those decks of cards, maybe you saw them in a reading that was resonant for you that I did. Maybe even somebody else who has those decks of cards. The Magical Dogs Tarot or the Secrets of Tarot. I don't know about the Secrets of Tarot because I'm pretty sure I got that from a bookstore. But yeah, as I was saying, these are tarot cards. The major arcana cards mixed with the pages, and the reason why they are mixed with the pages is because of these playing cards I'm going to use to represent the minor arcana tarot cards, but it doesn't have pages, and I wanted to, give the opportunity for the page, any of the page cards to come through if they need to. So let's go ahead and draw out one of these major arcana cards, or potentially a page. We'll see. We'll see what major theme or idea needs to be talked about here. How funny. We have illumination. Wow. I said how funny because just before I started recording this reading, I was thinking about well, what would I do if I drew that illumination card? Would I just draw another one of these cards to really shine light on, some other idea that could be significant with a different card? Or do I just keep the card as it is? Because of all of this talk about being a force of light or a force of darkness, I feel guided to keep it as it is. Because it really does fit really well into the idea of being a force of light, illuminating something, some sort of truth, and this could be with your voice or expressing yourself in some way. Maybe you need to wake up to something, or somebody else needs to wake up to something. It does feel like you are meant to be the one to reveal something, to really bring some sort of truth. So you take that however it resonates, and if it doesn't, maybe this reading isn't meant for you, but it's totally up for you to decide. I'm going to move on to these playing cards here. As I said, they represent more of the minor arcana cards. I'm only going to pull a couple of these. And I have the Two of Spades, also known as the Two of Swords, and it says decisive. The number 2 can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that has come to your mind while watching this reading so far. It can also be confirmation or guidance for you to create more peace and balance within yourself and to be really wise about the choices you are making so that you can ensure that you are prioritizing and investing in people and things that truly do mean the most to you. This really reminds me of what I said about, really being wise with your choices, how you choose to invest yourself and show up. And since this says decisive, it feels like somebody here might already know what choice they want to make in a situation. Do I say it? Do I not say it? Do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I do this? Do I do that? Say this, that? It feels like someone here already knows what they want to do. And maybe this reading could be here to encourage you to trust yourself, what you already want to say and do, and believe in your ability to make it happen. I want to say that you are in control here. You do have a level of power, some level of power, and like I said before, you matter, so say it or do it. Let's go ahead and draw out the second card now. Second and last card. I have the Eight of Wands. It says movement, strong desire, reckless. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. And it reminds me of the meaning of the number 9 about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. So maybe there is someone or something here that you have to walk away from, but with a sense of purpose and trust that it will be worth it, that whatever aspect of your life this is about, it's not the end. It's an ending, but it's not the very end. There's more. There is more, and you can trust that. You can believe in that, especially because I'm being reminded of talking about the number 13 earlier, good luck and fortune. Do you feel like this decision is going to lead to a good thing? Are you afraid of what you don't know? Of what you think you don't know? This 8 of Wands on its own is a fast-moving energy. It's an energy of change. And it does seem like you have been working on something or investing in something for a long time, and it's finally going to start moving along faster than it has been. Maybe no more having to be patient. If you've been on a spiritual journey for a while, you know how many times you hear the message to be patient. You'll see. And maybe it feels like you are about to see. And the threshold is whenever you cross that threshold of seeing your work pay off, or at least things improve. It really just depends on when you decide to say or do what you instinctually and intuitively, purposefully feel called to say or do. It really does feel like this reading is about something that you need to illuminate or express, to bring light into a situation, and to have faith in yourself to do that, and in your ability to discern what the right thing is to do right now. And I saw the number 234 on the timer, so to wrap this up, trust that everything happens for a reason. And honestly, I feel like after you make this decision, maybe some things will make more sense than they did before.